Hello and the biggest of welcomes to episode 7 of Rambling Reviews. I'm your host Carl Mason, and in this week's episode we're going to be talking about one of the most interesting album releases of 2017 so far by one of the coolest guys in the business. The album is Drunk, the artist is Thundercat. This one's going to be a good one. Man, I don't know about you guys, but I've been so immersed in this album over the weekend. Thundercat is one of the most unique artists going at the moment, with his experimental lead-based style and his smooth vocal performances. And having loved all of his previous projects so much, such as his 2011 debut album, The Golden Age of Apocalypse, and his most recent album release, The Beyond Where Giants Roam, I could not be more excited to hear this album. And the hype is really set into motion due to the two phenomenal singles he dropped teasing this album, both a super playful Friend Zone and the style-saturated Show You The Way, featuring the profound talents of both Kenny Loggins and Michael McDonald, whose remarkable voices add so much to this song. And it's really interesting to see Thundercat pay homage to the music that has so influenced him. After these singles had been dropped, I just really could not wait to hear this album. And let me tell you, it did not disappoint. This album delivers insightful songwriting, style by the pound, and a really solid concept to tie it all together with. Thundercat gives the listeners much of his signature aesthetics and motifs that have defined Thundercat's sound and style over the years, such as his jazz fusion, R&B, and soul influences. Now this is a sound that's coming out massively at the moment, thanks to artists such as Jordan Reiki, Anderson .Paak, and even on Childish Gambino's latest album, and I really think it's going to be one of the sounds that defines 2017. This kind of neo-soul style really frames a range of emotional subject matter that he covers in his music, because Thundercat has such a playful, almost childlike personality, which is one of the reasons why his fans love him so much. However, this is often contrasted by the very serious and mature reflections on mortality that comprise much of the subject matter of his previous works. Take for example the 2013 album Apocalypse, that extensively explores the issues of life and death. Now this is clearly a pressing concern for Thundercat, and was triggered most likely by the loss of his dear friend and the legendary musician Austin Peralta, who tragically passed away in 2012. This emotional honesty and complexity has defined both the lyrics and the passion in which he plays with, and keeps me eager to hear more from him. I sincerely love it when artists are able to put themselves out there in this way and express their feelings and emotions, and this is no more predominant than on Drunk, which deals with the day-to-day challenges of life and the worry about wasting our time. This album explores through a very intoxicating lens that makes the listener feel as if they're drifting off into a drunken haze, and this frames the album in a very interesting way as the listener is brought into that headspace of drunk. Now this album is very good at transporting the listener, and for me that's what music is all about. It helps alter our day-to-day consciousness and helps us to recognise and deal with sometimes difficult feelings and emotions. For me, I would say that one of the biggest highlights on the album has got to be the song Walk On By, featuring none other than King Kendrick Lamar, who if you're unfamiliar with, you should be looking at right now. This song is absolutely dripping in both style and atmosphere, and the fusion of Thundercat's smooth falsetto vocals and Kendrick's almost effortless flow. I mean, these guys go together like coffee and cream, and I would love to see them collab together in the future. Now another feature that kind of stood out for me was that of Wiz Khalifa's, who admittedly is not normally to my taste, but he sat quite nicely on the song Dat Drink. This slow jam explores the disorientation and states of dizziness that come from trying to party too hard, and how this is such an expected part of the lifestyle for people in their line of work. Now it has to be said that Thundercat has delivered a really well put together album here, if not seeming a little bit rushed at times. However, he has continued to build upon and evolve everything that we love about his previous works, such as his remarkable vocal talents and the subject matter that he tackles in his music. While this album has continued to take it to the next level, redefining and expanding upon these things, and I'm going to continue to listen and wait eagerly for more music from this man. And I'm sure we'll be seeing plenty more of him in 2017, because I would not be surprised if every artist in the business wasn't knocking at his door asking for a vocal feature or even a writing feature. I mean, I could really imagine him sitting quite nicely on a Schoolboy Q track, or even collaborating with someone like Kevin Parker of Tame Impala. I think that would be a really interesting project for them to work on. So what do you guys think about this album? Because I've heard a few conflicting opinions about it. Some people love it, some people are a little bit unsure. If you do have any thoughts, feel free to type in the comment section. Let's get a little conversation going here. If you'd like to hear more from Mason's Library, subscribe below and check out our Facebook and Instagram that are linked in the description box. Now, as always, I'm going to leave you with my top 3 song recommendations for this week's video, starting with DNT by Austin Prolter, Zen Shit by Flying Lotus, and Fly Me to the Moon by Ben Laurenceau. I'd like to thank you all once again for listening, and I'll see you in the next one.